Hi, everyone. So we wanted to jump on. I have Mary Jo Schofield with me. She is one of our leaders in our organization. And I wanted to interview her so that we could
Oh,
share.
fun.
Yes, so we could share this with everyone because she's a real person who has had her life um, affected in a great way by Pampered Chef. So I'm going to just ask her a few questions. She's going to answer, and we'll go from there. So, Mary Jo, when did you start your Pampered Chef business?
I joined in 2018, the beginning of the year, and in 2018, I think it was May.
Okay, awesome. So it's been 5 years.
Hmm.
So, what made you say yes to the business?
Oh boy. Well, I was working on an ambulance in Boston, and it was, not always a fun thing to be doing every day. And I commuted an hour and a half each way, and it was kind of upsetting. I was like, I need something fun to do. I worked so much. I didn't meet anybody other than my patients and my partners at work. I wanted something fun, but I really wanted free product. I had never, ever, ever, can I say ever, thought I would ever say yes to doing something like this. Direct sales, nothing like I would never. And Sherry, I went to a party. Sherry asked me to do a party. I made every excuse in the book how not to do a party. And she said it's really quite simple. And I wanted the free product. I didn't have a lot of money. I was working paycheck to paycheck. And um, so I said, I'll give it a shot.
Nice, nice. So what has the business done for you
Oh boy.
personally?
Do you have an hour?
No,
So
no, we do not have an hour.
so it has done so much for me. Personally, financially, everything, but really confidence. The confidence really I was good at my job. I was very good on the ambulance. I was very good at what I did, and I knew that job. But I didn't because that was working for somebody else. I never had the confidence in myself to know that I could actually run a business on my own, that I would be successful. I did not think that, but through the self development and the training with Pampered Chef, gosh, between our team support, which is incredible, and our training from Pampered Chef, I learned things about myself I never knew that I was even capable of. So
Yeah.
that really was the biggest piece personally, and then financially. Oh my gosh. I was able to buy a camper. I was able to do a whole new landscape yard. I was able to take some stress off of my husband financially because he works so hard. Um, and I had fun. Really, that's what it comes down to. I have a blast. I love my job. I love our team. We're kind of more like a family than a team. I don't know. I never thought I would say yes to doing something like this. Not in
I
my
know.
wheelhouse.
Oh,
I'm not a
did it?
salesperson. I am so
Yeah,
not sales, and it is not sales, you guys. It is all about building relationships and getting to know your customers.
yeah. Ditto. I felt the same way. So, what would you say has been your biggest challenge as a consultant, and how you have overcome that?
Well, you know me well. It's really, what's the word I'm looking for? Trying to have the discipline to just sit down for an hour. There are little squirrels everywhere. Everybody on our team makes fun of me because there's squirrels everywhere. They're birds that need to be fed and the bird feeder. But to sit down for 1 hour and just have focused time, that's all you need. You need one solid hour. If you want to grow your business and you want to do something, if you want to come on and have fun and get a little extra money. Maybe you're trying to pay a car off. Maybe you want to pay a credit card off. Maybe you want to go on vacation and you just want that money for that. You can totally do that. But if you want to grow your business, there's no end to what you can do. So for that 1 hour, if I can do that, my business is sustainable and it grows if I sit for that 1 hour and do my job.
Yeah,
So my
consistency.
biggest thing is discipline. There's laundry. I mean, Sherry will tell you, I had to go to the library sometimes to get the distractions out. The dogs are here, in, out, in, out. But really, it was the biggest challenge was just to do that. But with the systems that we have in place, we do it, and it's great, and it's easy, and it's not, it's flexible. I love my job because it's very flexible, but it is not optional. So you got to
Not
touch this.
optional if you right, not optional if you wanna have success.
Yes, right.
Right,
So
right. You wanna get paid, you have to work.
yes. So if you
Yeah.
have an hour, yeah, right. If we
Yeah.
have 1 hour, as Sherry said, so, you guys, my biggest thing is it's an up and down, and you're never going to be like, boop, 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 boop. You always have to, just kind of do a little bit extra. And Sherry will sometimes say, would you just go sit down and do your do your 1 hour and be quiet?
Yeah.
Because and it works. And then, my business is doing really well. So
It is. So I have a question for you I want you to think about for just a second. So when you think about the value that you have gotten from your business versus the investment you made to join, um, what would you say? How happy are you with that? The value versus the
thanks. You could have
investment that
told me these questions first. Okay, so I would say the value versus what I have now is 10,000 fold. I joined in a month that was a kit rebate. So I got every single penny back. So of course I got the biggest kit. And I had over $1,200 in, or $1,100, I think, in free product that came to my door. And all I had to do was have a couple parties and I got my money back. So I was, like I said, I was living paycheck to paycheck. I'm like, I have to do this. And it took me like 2 weeks and I had my money back and I had all that stuff. And then I thought I was going to quit. I'm like, cool, I
yeah,
got all this stuff and now I'm going to quit. But then I got a paycheck and I'm like, oh, you get paid too.
yeah,
So
the products
I
and the pay.
I know. And to be honest with you, the vacations, I always thought the vacations were somebody else, and I'll never forget it. And Sherry, Sherry, it was around Christmas time, and she was doing a vendor event in Sandwich, and I just stopped by to see her and to see what the vendor event was all about. And I wanted to give one of our teammates my points because it was a trip to Disney. And I was like, oh, I'm never going to make, can I give this? But she wanted to take her grandson. And I found out you can't do that. You can't give your points away. Um, but we looked at it and I was only a short distance away from earning that trip. And I'm like, really? So I earned that trip in the next 2 weeks. And so my very first year, I started in May and I earned a trip to Disney for 4 people. So it was, so then I was like, okay, I am not, that was 2020, by the way. No, 2019. And I
Yeah,
said, I will always have a trip. So I've earned a trip every single solitary year that I have been here. And it
yep,
is not, if you put the system in place, you can earn a trip. And today, I don't know, today's January 3rd. So you have really 13 months to earn that trip because this month is double point rewards. So
yeah,
super, super fun. And they're not baby trips. They're not like, oh, you have to go to the meeting, you have to be here at this time. No, this is a straight up vacation. They feed you, they pay for your airfare, they treat you like royalty. And we're in top, 5-star hotels.
yeah,
So and the whole home office is there. They cater to us. It's not like they're not touchable. Andrew, our CEO, is out there all day playing volleyball, we're just people. And
yeah,
it is
just
it's
just people.
one big family. So,
Uh, it's amazing, Mary
and
Jo,
if
thank
you
you
want a trip to
so
Disney, you got to join
that's
now.
the next trip. Yep, Disney again. They do Disney every 5 years so far since the company was birthed.
Yeah.
So I want to share a quick story about vacations. My husband and I, when I earned my second free vacation, we walked into the hotel and my husband walked in and he literally put his arms up and he said, "We could not stay here." It was like, oh my gosh, can we just look like we could, please? Just like blend in. So they are really truly magical trips. So all right, well, thank you so much for taking the time, you guys. There's all kinds of reasons that people join Pampered Chef, from some free products to some fun, to I love to cook and I just want new recipes, to I hate to cook but I have to cook, so also
And
need the recipes. There's so
friendship,
many
friendship, and
friendships, you know,
community, all of that. I mean, I
community.
have to say, I could not imagine my life without our community. Can't
I
even.
know. It's amazing. So thank you so much, Mary Jo.
You're
I'm going to go
welcome.
ahead and stop the recording.
Bye, guys.